I spent this week watching something I didn't think I'd see for another year. Decentralized AI going mainstream. Week 49 in the Bittensor ecosystem wasn't just another development cycle. It was the moment when abstract promises turned into enterprise contracts, real revenue, and infrastructure that actual humans are using right now. What you're about to hear isn't hype. On February 16th at 4 p.m. Korean time, Upbit, South Korea's largest cryptocurrency exchange, listed TAO with Korean won, Bitcoin, and Tether trading pairs. Within hours, TAO surged nearly 8%, becoming the top gainer among major cryptocurrencies. Korean retail and institutional investors gained direct access to Bittensor's native token, eliminating friction that had kept them on the sidelines. The price touched $207 before volatility set in, but the significance wasn't the number, it was the access. Bittensor just transitioned to what they call a headless protocol. No CEO, no centralized control, and immediately after, one of Asia's most respected exchanges validates it with a listing. They're recognizing that the absence of a central authority might actually be the feature, not the bug. Chutes announced they're now powering the entire patron tier of Pax Historia, a Y Combinator-backed alternate history game with over 35,000 daily active users. Players ask questions like, what if the USSR never fell? And the AI generates playable scenarios from over 4,000 community-built presets. Second, Chutes shipped Minimax M2.5, 80.2% on SWE Bench verified, 51.3% on multi-SWE Bench, 76.3% on BrowseComp, with a 196,000 token context window. Pricing is 15 cents per million input tokens, 60 cents per million output tokens. That's not a research demo, that's a product. Quasar signed their first enterprise contract with Ail's Flow, a Canvas agent interface just out of stealth, and went live on mainnet the same week. Subnet 24 now offers long context AI from 100,000 to 1 million tokens, incentivized on-chain with real TAO. Vanta Trading launched a decentralized prop firm with 100% profit splits, scaling to $2.5 million in funded accounts, single-step evaluation with an 8% profit target. Yana secured a regional US bank as their first beta client for agentic PP research, politically exposed person compliance, completing their product trifecta. Bitsec landed MegaTAO, a perpetuals DEX on Bittensor EVM, as their first paying customer, finding and helping patch an accounting bug in under 24 hours, through decentralized continuous security audits. Upbit released their 2026 roadmap with a singular mission: solve real-time speech-to-speech translation. Q1 ships French-English with a public API. Q4 targets Arabic, Mandarin, Spanish and Russian with emotional nuance and speaker identity at scale. Platform Network shipped one of the most significant infrastructure upgrades in recent memory. Version 2 transitions the entire subnet to peer-to-peer architecture. Validators form a live P2P mesh, execute challenge logic inside hardened WASM runtime, reach stake-weighted consensus, and submit finalized weights to the Bittensor chain with no centralized relay. They also introduced SweForge, a synthetic dataset generation tool that mines GitHub archive for recently merged pull requests, creating continuously refreshed evaluation sets. The benchmark is now a moving target. Overfitting becomes impossible. Basilic launched revenue-tied incentives where miner emissions connect directly to the revenue they generate. Providers set competitive prices across A100, H100, H200 and B200 GPU categories. Reliability is tracked across every node, and providers who build consistent track records get selected more often. RESI AI shipped web page metadata version 2, moving from tagging individual pages to enriching entire websites, pushing full sites through the subnet to generate LLMs.txt files at scale. These files summarize an entire website's contents in a single meaningful text file, allowing agents and tools to understand what a site contains without processing every page. Handshake Marketplace now enables AI agents to buy their own VPN access for 1/10 of a cent, without needing a human in the loop. The flow is simple: open, pay, get VPN, continue. Agents can autonomously use the internet from different countries, avoid getting blocked by websites, maintain privacy while working, and keep operating without human intervention. Data Universe released a skill for OpenClaw agents to fetch real-time social media data. DSearch published 4 agent skills covering AI search, X search, web search, and web crawl. Bitcast's marketing platform is now powered by the DSearch API, decentralized creator marketing running on decentralized search infrastructure. Targon, SN4, Minecraft server template on Targon Rentals. In a fun but technically significant development, Targon announced that you can now spin up a Minecraft server using the Targon Rentals template. The process is simple. Head to Targon Rentals, create a new rental, select the Minecraft template, and enjoy mining powered by Targon Virtual Machine. While the Minecraft angle makes for great community engagement, the post pulled over 10,000 views and 71 likes. Score, SN44. Monaco website overhaul. Score updated the Monaco website to showcase real use cases across 7 verticals. Users can now explore how businesses are using Monaco to turn camera data into real-time insights, alerts, and automation. The website now shows concrete examples of how computer vision infrastructure powered by Bittensor's decentralized network can serve industries from sports analytics to agriculture to industrial monitoring. RESI, SN46, selected for NVIDIA Inception program. RESI, the real estate Oracle subnet, was selected for the NVIDIA Inception program. This is a significant validation from one of the most important companies in the AI hardware space. The Inception program provides access to cutting-edge technical resources, AI experts, and active investors. Zeus, SN18, comprehensive 3-phase roadmap. Zeus released a detailed roadmap organized into 3 phases that outline the subnet's evolution from a validated weather forecasting system to a full commercial weather intelligence platform. Ready AI, SN33, web page, metadata, V2, ships. Ready AI shipped web page, metadata, V2, taking a major step toward becoming the largest producer of LLMs, TXT files in the world. The upgrade moves SN33 from tagging individual web pages to enriching entire websites, a fundamentally different scale of operation. Qubit Tensor Labs, IDU or IDS, IDUs, Open Quantum, SN48, improved QASM parsing. Qubit Tensor Labs rolled out an improved QASM parsing system on Open Quantum. The upgrade means that every quantum circuit is now checked for major errors before submission. If something is off, users know right away. No more wasting time on failed runs. The philosophy is simple: waste less time on failed runs, spend more time innovating. Numinous, SN6. Forecast. Skill on ClawHub. Numinous dropped their forecast skill on ClawHub, allowing any OpenClaw agent to call Numinous and get calibrated probabilities with metadata and provenance. The skill lets agents ask questions like, will BTC be above 100K by 2026-12/31, and receive structured JSON responses with probability scores, forecaster metadata, reasoning text, and version information. Requests are paid per call via X402, HTTP 402 payment protocol, requiring an EVM wallet key for base each EVM payments. This is a clean example of how Bittensor subnets can be monetized through microtransactions while remaining accessible to any agent in the ecosystem. LeadPoet, ISN71. 2 million leads generated. LeadPoet hit a remarkable milestone. 2,000 leads generated. The growth trajectory tells the story. It took approximately 2 months to go from 0 to 1 million leads, and only about 2 weeks to go from 1 million to 2 million. That's exponential acceleration. The lead inventory chart shows a hockey stick curve that started climbing steeply in late January, and has been accelerating ever since. Aurelius, SN37. New white paper drops. Aurelius released a significant new white paper introducing a fundamentally different approach to AI alignment. Rather than treating alignment as an externally imposed constraint, the dominant paradigm of RLHF, in preference learning, Aurelius proposes that alignment is a property that emerges when intelligence develops under the right conditions: repeated interaction, competing interests, real consequences, and sustained exposure to tension between self-interest and collective good. Nefer Robotics, SN49. First tournament goes live. Nefer's first tournament is now live, marking a significant milestone for decentralized robotics. The tournament represents a step toward collective intelligence applied to robotics challenges, leveraging distributed compute to advance the field. Jin, SN103, live on testnet. Jin launched on testnet with an impressively comprehensive protocol. Jin is a prediction market protocol where analysts, called geniuses, sell encrypted predictions and buyers, called idiots, purchase access. The protocol guarantees two things: signals stay secret forever, no entity including Jin ever views signal content, and track records are verifiable forever through cryptographic proofs. Platform network, SN100. Major platform v2 infrastructure upgrade. Platform network released one of the most detailed updates in recent memory, covering multiple major changes. The platform v2 infrastructure upgrade transitions the entire subnet to a fully decentralized peer-to-peer architecture. Validators now form a libp2p mesh, execute challenge logic inside a hardened WASM runtime, reach stake-weighted consensus, and submit finalized weights to the Bittensor chain. There is no centralized relay. Term: challenge. V2 addresses the problem of miners gaming static benchmarks by introducing SwiForge, a synthetic dataset generation tool that mines GitHub archive for recently merged pull requests and generates continuously refreshed evaluation sets. The benchmark is now a moving target, making overfitting impossible. Ridges, SN62, product launch postponed to March 5. Ridges announced that their product launch has been postponed by 2 weeks to March the 5th. The team emphasized that SN62 is one of Bittensor's biggest success stories and one of its strongest contenders for mass adoption, and rushing the launch would be a disservice to the work being done behind the scenes. Minos, SN107. Decentralized genomic variant calling. Minos is a new subnet focused on decentralized genomic variant calling built on Bittensor. Their thesis: genome accuracy shouldn't be claimed, it should be earned. DNA analysis becomes an open competition where accuracy is verified, not trusted. This represents Bittensor expanding into the biotech and genomic space, a massive addressable market where decentralized verification adds genuine value. Poker 44, SN126, decentralized poker with bot detection. Poker 44 is building a decentralized and open-source poker platform with world-class bot detection, the same team that was previously building AceGuard on the old SN87. The platform addresses online poker's growing bot problem through several innovations. Bot detection is powered by miners who submit detection models, with validators scoring them on structured gameplay data. Results are measurable and on-chain. Game execution runs inside an attested trusted execution environment, TEE, for privacy and verifiability. Settlement happens on-chain through contracts using messages signed by the attested runtime. TAO, on-chain perps protocol launches. TAO launched as an on-chain perpetuals protocol that lets users long, short, and hedge TAO and alpha risk directly on-chain. The protocol uses TAO-only collateral, supports the top alpha tokens, features a CEX-style UI built for traders, and is built natively on the Bittensor EVM. This is the first dedicated derivatives platform for the TAO ecosystem, enabling sophisticated trading strategies around TAO and subnet alpha tokens. Exploit Summit. Coming to Montreal. Exploit Summit is heading to Montreal, Canada on September 28-29, 2026. The event sits at the crossroads of AI research, open source culture, and Bittensor's foundations. New city, new date, same network-focused community gathering. TAO Stats browser, extension and wallet goes live. The TAO Stats browser extension and wallet is now live, built specifically for Bittensor. It allows users to securely and seamlessly manage all of their TAO and alpha holdings in one place. The extension is becoming so comprehensive that day-to-day operations barely require the main TAO Stats app anymore. The team is working on tightening convergence between all TAO Stats products, consolidating into the single trusted interaction layer for everything users do on the Bittensor network. TAOSwap v1.11.4. Released TAOSwap shipped a major update including progressive web app support. Install TAOSwap natively on phone or desktop. A built-in wallet with encrypted key storage using XChache20 plus Argon 2 with password unlock and auto-lock. Support for sub-wallet and TAO Stats extensions alongside existing wallet options. improved Explore with extrinsic and event detail views, an overhauled portfolio section with balance charts and account management, and numerous performance improvements. TAO.com, new iOS release. TAO.com released a new iOS version with simplified by TAO Plus, stake, unstake flows and custom slippage tolerance, making the mobile experience significantly more user-friendly. Project Rubicon, rebrand unveiled. Project Rubicon unveiled its rebrand with a teaser that something bigger is coming next. Podcasts and articles, Max Sebti, Score, Monaco, on Gaia Talks. Max Sebti from Score shared powerful insights on the Gaia Talks podcast, including his perspective that the way you frame a problem is the biggest element of success or failure, his prediction that the next really big company in AI would be completely decentralized and distributed, and Score's achievement of annotating a full game within 2 minutes, with accuracy exceeding any human being. He also emphasized Score's ethical stance against exploitative data labeling practices and the importance of transparency in AI development. Supercycle podcast with Evan from Yuma Group. Supercycle welcomed Evan, Chief Revenue Officer of Yuma, DCG's dedicated arm for the TAO ecosystem. The conversation covered Yuma's goal of doubling the total network value of Bittensor, how they pick subnets to incubate, the long-term viability of subnets, and deep dives into Score, SN44, Yanez, SN54, Upbit, SN59, and Bitsec, SN60. Key takeaways included Evan's assertion that TAO is 4-5 years ahead of rivals, and the explanation of Yuma's asset management approach. Hashrate Epomer 158 with Gene from CrunchDAO. Mark Jeffries' Hashrate podcast featured Gene from CrunchDAO, discussing their subnet mining hub, which brings 11,000 AI experts to mine Bittensor. The CrunchDAO platform unlocks decentralized AI mining rewards for AI/ML talent, with millions in annual Bittensor rewards on one platform. Their proprietary CrunchFit Index, CFI, ranks 129 subnets by how well they fit ML talent, surfacing the highest value mining opportunities for data scientists and ML engineers. Ventura Labs FDOS82 with Doug Sillers from TAO Stats. Doug Sillers, head of developer relations at TAO Stats, covered key topics, including the TAO Stats API's 167 endpoints, how chain buys work for emission management, dynamic TAO's evolution 1 year in, MEV bot protection strategies, TAO flow mechanics for new subnets, root claim variance explanations, and Bittensor's biggest unsolved problem, complexity and accessibility for average users. Subnet Summer AMA with IOTA, SN9. The Subnet Summer AMA featured the IOTA team discussing their train-at-home model for decentralized AI training. Key highlights included how train-at-home simplifies participation for consumer compute, their transition from research subnet to widely accessible product, using consumer devices as a cost-effective laboratory for testing frontier-scale training approaches, and their roadmap for Q2 focusing on training a significant model solely on consumer compute. Kala Research Report. Bittensor, the Intelligence Olympics. Kala Research published a comprehensive report profiling 5 subnets generating revenue across inference, computer vision, compliance, and drug discovery. The report demonstrates how token incentive mechanics create advantages that centralized companies cannot replicate and breaks down catalysts and risk factors for both individual subnets and Bittensor as a whole. The report highlights that training a frontier AI model cost $5 in 2020, but over $1 today, and that Bittensor offers the decentralized alternative that mirrors how open source eventually competed with enterprise software. Week 49 demonstrated the Bittensor ecosystem firing on all cylinders. Enterprise contracts are being signed. Real revenue is being generated. Institutional validation is arriving. This isn't speculation. This is execution. The question isn't whether this model works anymore, the question is how fast it scales. This comprehensive breakdown expands on Victor VL's Bittensor ecosystem highlights of the week number 49. Follow Victor on X at Victor_crypto_2 for the most consistent and thorough weekly coverage of the Bittensor ecosystem. If you want to understand where decentralized AI is actually going, his weekly roundups are required reading.